Hello everyone. I wanted to make another video about some of the things I've done in the past couple of months, and I didn't want to, my previous video to be super long and drag on forever, so I thought I'd do another one, and, because I haven't done any commentaries in a while, thought I'd tried my hand at it again. Uh, Now I'm trying, to in my own limited way to participate in life at the moment. Kind of outside the house. What with my physical problems and my depression isn't a whole lot better. And unfortunately, I live at home right now, and um, well, some people might say, well, you have understanding and helpful, parents who are supportive that in the sense that because you're disabled and all, they help you physically and all that. And, most of you'd be wrong. So, that's not always the case. So, right now I'm sort of not getting the accessibility and the things and services that I need for my life so far in this where I'm at. And recently after getting my ass motorized, out of my way, bitches, I got wheels now, that sort of thing. I'm gonna run you down slowly. Well, I kind of started to go out of the house, after I haven't been doing that for most of my life, all of it really, much less on my own. So that was a real thing for me, a new experience because when I didn't have a power chair, I just had a manual chair and I couldn't really roll that fucker around, not for shit. I couldn't roll myself and open doors at the same time. I couldn't do whatever I needed to do. So now it's a whole lot easier. uh, but I went out and now all of a sudden it's kind of a weird experience. It's like um, leveling up to a shit bucket colonel in Bad Company 2 when, which we all know kept pretty early. So you're like, well, now what? I beat the game, so now what do I do with myself? And that was me the first time I went out to a mall by myself. I was like, well, shit, I'm here, now what? I knew I wanted to do something. I just didn't know, what to and how to get stuck in. I was, and still am pretty socially inept, and I just kind of stood there for 10 minutes contemplating what to do next. So it was a little unsettling at first, like watching Tim Burton's Batman. You like Batman and you want to see where this goes, but that shit is so weird you almost want to not, but all that aside, what I'm up to is looking for an accessible, living situation somewhere where I could, spend the rest of my life in a kind of dignity, maybe is the word, in accessibility that I could, that would make my life easier on a day-to-day basis. So that's one of the things that I started looking into a few years back, and I'm hoping to someday get to it, obviously, but it's a long process any way you slice it. But being that I'm still trying to kind of push the limits of living on the edge, so to speak, and do things that I didn't normally do. I actually went to a gun range for the first time a couple of months ago. Uh, no, I actually went there twice now, and well, that was pretty fun. I got to shoot a 22 rifle, a 10-22 Ruger to be exact, and it had an AR style stock and red dot on it, and It was pretty fun. I shot 42 rounds before my finger gave out as I thought it might. That's really my main problem. Weak fingers. Maybe I should masturbate more. Uh, I can hold the gun, but actually squeezing the trigger at the same time is a bit of a problem. So still, it was on my bucket list, and big ups to Chris from TSS for putting up with me for an hour and helping me and whatnot. You know, just teaching me how to load a magazine, how to rack the gun, everything. So he's a real good guy, that one. Sorry I got no video of me shooting, but trust me when I saw you didn't really miss much. So this is my target at 15 and 25 yards, which is, well, it's the furthest they have because it's an indoor range. You can see I kind of started jerking it a bit later on, when my finger got tired on the 25-yard bunch because it's all over the place. They do have a 50 cal though, so I might as well 360 no scope next time. I doubt they allow base drops though. Oh, they don't actually have an ARX there, which some of you remember from Battlefield 4. There's also that gun's also on my bucket list, though I kind of doubt they'll let me shoot it. Uh, they also have a shot shell revolver. They're kind of like the one I believe in Hardline, which I'm pretty sure no one remembers at this point. Even the devs by now forgot about it. The next time I went there, the guy, my instructor, he actually broke out his own AR-15 for me. So, no more Panzia's 22 bullets. This was an actual 223, and I brought one of the shell casings home with me as a souvenir. It's pretty cool. Um, Now, obviously, the reason I shot the 22 the first time I was there was kind of because I didn't really know what would happen when, it went boom for the first time, and I'm kind of, I'm sure Chris was just as curious as I was, to what would happen to me and to the gun, and uh, obviously if I would shoot into the next count instead of the target. But the AR-15 shooting went much smoother than I expected. I think Chris actually swapped the trigger for a softer one before I arrived, so big thanks to him. Um, I went through two boxes of ammo with this gun, and one of them was with a silencer and the other one wasn't. And I was actually pleasantly surprised how well, my headphones worked while shooting. I didn't flinch or anything. Um, I actually shot at the hostage terrorist a few times at the target you can see, but when I ran out of places to shoot him, we decided that, the hostage Susan by now was a zombie, so she had to be stopped, and so I shot at her a few times. And afterwards, I actually posted to the Guns subreddit and got an unbelievably positive response. Some people offered to 3D print a custom grip for me so I could, hold the gun reliably and suggested I consider an SBR. Well, I'm not there yet because really I don't have that kind of money to put a gun together, especially with custom parts. But I definitely find it extremely interesting in the future to, talk to a gunsmith about different AR mods maybe when I kind of do get my life stabilized a bit. I mean, hell, there's probably thousands of these mods out there, right? Especially for an AR-15. So, oh yeah, another thing I did was actually I found a dealer of these conversion vans. The vans that have been converted for people in wheelchairs, and it's got an automatic ramp, and it even kneels down on one wheel, and you can, take the driver's seat out and actually get right up to the steering wheel and, you know, drive right from your power chair. I didn't drive it, but shit, I look good in it. Damn right I do. And I bet I can pick up all sorts of chicks with my huge bus-like Chrysler Pacifica. It's not something I can afford to, but it was still fun to look at anyway. So thanks for watching. Please rate and share this video as it helps my channel grow. Or don't, I really don't care. And remember, in Soviet Russia, the video rates you.